You don't want smoke, so what it's gonna be? Gotta watch what you say when you looking at me, looking at God, looking for leaders, looking for keys.
Welcome to the Gray Area Podcast. I'm Kyland.
Gray Area. I'm Logan.
I'm Zach, aka Bring That Ass Here, boy.
And this week we're gonna change up the podcast a little. Logan and Zach
Random
have a
chemistry facts.
Yep, random chemistry facts.
The halogens, or group 17 on the periodic table, typically form -1 ions.
All right, I understood none of that. I'm gonna be real honest with you,
This is Chem 1.
bruh. I almost failed chemistry,
You were dumb.
bruh. Okay, listen, I just wasn't good at chemistry.
I have a 98.
Zach, were you good at chemistry?
No, I hate chemistry. I'm just not a math person.
You're not a math person, but you're fucking brilliant. Brilliant.
Chemistry
You're
is-
brilliant.
What?
Zach's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why would you say you're not a math person? We're talking about chemistry.
I know, because chemistry involves math.
Well, it's more of like knowing what elements and stuff, and then more the numbers.
It's more of a math-based science.
Well, I guess like the element equations are, but like you know.
Okay. Enough, you nerds. Enough. Okay. But I have a couple topics for today. Are you ready?
Yep.
Zach, the first topic pertains to you because you like sports and all that kind of stuff. Tell me how you feel about the college athletes being able to get paid now finally in California.
Well, actually, so they're gonna be able to get paid in California, and the athletes in all colleges are gonna be able to profit off their image and likeness. The AP board or the Associated Press voted on that unanimously, actually, this Tuesday. So that was pretty exciting. I am interested to see where that goes. I don't know. Personally, I'm excited because I love the college video games. Like I played a ton of college basketball and college football on the PS2 and PS3.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm super excited to see where that goes for college sports in general because I feel like that's going to cause some controversy and things like that. But I don't know. It's going to be exciting to see what happens. I just wrote a paper on this for one of my classes actually.
For real?
Yeah, I think it's important for them to be able to profit off their image and likeness just because they're basically walking advertisements. For example, last year, Zion Williamson, who played for Duke, he was a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
He was immensely popular, and anything he wore was basically being advertised because of how many people followed him.
I think in general, athletes should be paid for their likeness and all that kind of stuff. And what was it? The college? Who was it? Who was going against what that ruling was? I forget who it is.
Well, just like the college board in general.
Oh, okay.
Like it wasn't like they didn't go against it; they just hadn't ruled on it yet.
Oh, okay. So you're all for it, right?
I believe so. I'm interested to see what they do about the fact if they actually start paying them for playing. I'm interested to see what they do about where they draw the line for who they pay. Because I don't think they're gonna have enough money to pay for say softball, the bench on the men's softball team or something like that.
The bench for the male softball team. Is there even a male softball team?
I have no idea, but I'm saying I don't think they're I'm just curious to see what they do about who they pay and who they don't. Because I don't think they have enough money to pay every Division I athlete. You know?
That makes sense. As a company, you always have to bring in the finances first before the players. Even though that sounds horrible, but that is what a company does. A company is there mainly to make profit. And if they can't make profit, then
right. And it also makes basketball and football organizations gain money or they share money with the whole college. It's not just their own team, you know. They're the Duke Blue Devils for football, basketball, and for political science or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So like they have to like share the money basically.
Now, Logan, what do you feel about this? What do you feel about sports in general?
Uh,
Because I believe last time we talked about this, you almost were silent the entire time.
That's where your tax money is going.
What?
All I gotta say.
That's where our tax money's going.
Yeah.
Bro, listen to this, okay? I read something about how like, well, so when Zion Williamson came out of college, he got like a shoe deal where he's gonna be making over like $1 million.
Okay.
And he would like because he was so popular, he'd bring in like a huge audience to every single game, and all those ticket like a lot of that ticket money will go to the school. So it's not necessarily our tax money.
It's not. Logan's over here. Yo, bro, that's where our tax money's going to. Zach be like, maybe not, fam. That was the dumbest thing I've ever said in my life, and I recant all statements previous in the past 10 seconds.
Oh, Kyland, you're hooting a holler.
A who and a holler. You heard it here
That's even
first.
dumber, Zach.
A who and a holler. Okay. I have our next topic.
All right, let's hear it.
Did you guys hear about the Bethesda subscription controversy?
Nope.
Ooh.
Okay, so you remember last week when I talked about Fallout 76 and how it was god awful and it just didn't perform well.
Right.
Yeah.
So for the game that performed horribly, they decided, Bethesda, the company, that it would be a great idea to charge people $100 for content in the game, like a year, like it would be it's $13 a month. I think it's $13.99 for a month, $100 for like a full year pass, right?
For like to play it?
Yeah, to play it. Not to play it, but like for content packs, basically.
So like battle passes and things like that?
Kind of, but it's more cosmetic.
No, it's like the Call of Duty pass where you get all the DLCs.
No, also incorrect. It's just cosmetics.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not worth that much money at all.
Yeah. So what they say is if it goes well enough, they might actually start putting DLC on there when their original promise was that all DLC would be free. So my question is to you guys is how do you feel about like companies charging more money for things that are just useless in general in the video game community?
Because I probably spent over $1,000 on Fortnite cosmetics.
How do you feel about that now, looking back on that?
I feel like I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
That's that I did that.
Yeah, I would be too, honestly.
But I can see like okay, I was watching something and these guys were talking about how like originally when people went to play video games, they went to like get away from reality, you know?
Yeah.
And then games like Fortnite, they just added in like a Guy Fieri character, and they're adding in like all these things like advertisements basically, and it's like
Oh, like the Thanos one that they had for a while.
it's like going against what video games originally intended to do.
I mean,
And I feel like that like it kind of it just takes away from the game. You know?
I feel you. You know what? I mean, you are correct that video games have become a lot more corporate. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
I guess what I'm saying is like I think that like some cosmetics are cool because it's nice to be able to customize
Your character and stuff.
give them like a personality or like personalize them to be like who you are, like based on who you are, you know?
Yeah.
And I think to a certain degree that's okay, but when it's getting to the point of Fortnite where it's like taking over the game and like everyone knows Fortnite for like these stupid ass dances that they put into the game
And not for the actual gameplay.
right. So I feel like there's like a line that has to be drawn.
Logan?
I think I understand that a lot of companies like their goal is to profit from the game, but people like Bethesda are moving at like the $13 a month for that cosmetics, and they don't realize that people don't need that. I don't know. I'm not good at talking about things.
What's that mean?
Well, this is why we started this, to help improve conversation skills.
Yeah, this is actually a project for our speaking classes.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. In my political science class, this is amazing. Anyway, my thoughts on it is very much like, if your game sucks and you're charging more money for it when the public reception's already terrible, there's something very, very wrong with your company model then. Like, if you are willing to basically, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Scum the pool for scum, I guess that's what it is, or skim the pool for scum. There's something wrong. There's something dreadfully wrong with your company, and you need to reevaluate what's more important to you. And like I said before, a company's goal is to make money, but it's also you also have to look at your customers, because how you get money is through customers, and if you're gonna screw over your customers 24/7, they're not gonna buy your games anymore, and then you run out of business no matter what.
But then again, it's like that's how like, they earn revenue, and it's not like required for the game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So games can do what they want to a certain degree, where I feel like it's not affecting the players too much, because they're not forced to pay the $100 to buy the pass or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm. They're not. It's basically not locking crucial game content under payment walls.
Right.
Kind of like my favorite publisher, Paradox. They lock all sorts of things underneath their DLCs. Very crucial game content, actually.
So what I'm hearing is like Bethesda is turning into like what EA used to do.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Or still like what EA is known for now.
You see, that's like the opposite of this game called Warframe. You probably heard of it. So,
we're not sponsored by Warframe, Logan.
No, I'm just saying, like, the game is free, and all of its actual content is free, but there's a lot of things you can buy, but every single part of the game is accessible by just playing it for free, and it's really fun too.
Really? I've played Warframe when it first released. I remember when it first released, and I thought it was kind of okay. How much has it changed? Because I know you and our other friend James.
They've almost doubled the amount of characters there are.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
And almost the same amount of guns too.
What makes you come back to that game constantly? Like, what's the factor of that?
I don't know. I just find I like playing it a lot, and it's like the need to finish the jobs, stuff like collect all
Would
the
you
best.
say it's kind of like Destiny, where it's like grind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also Destiny has lore. Lore is really bad in Warframe. It's supposed to be like slightly pretty good, but it's really bad.
Destiny?
No, Warframe.
Oh, so wait, are you saying that Destiny's better than Warframe?
For lore.
Oh, for lore. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
Warframe
about
has like no lore. It has like a few quests, but that's it.
So, another topic that we have today is we're going to retry a segment that we did last time we recorded, but things got a little bit skewed. We're going to talk about
chemistry facts.
Not random chemistry facts. We're going to talk about awkward first dates.
Oh boy, I'm out.
Logan, have you never actually went on an official first date?
Nope.
Really? Are you looking for one?
No.
No.
I can take you on one, baby.
No.
Yeah, big sexy train tracks over there.
Actually, this week is Bring That Ass Here, Boy.
It's Bring That Ass Here, Boy. My bad. Bring That Ass Here, Boy. We'll bring that ass here. If you get what I'm saying. Hey, I actually feel proud of that one.
That wasn't funny.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh yeah. So one of my, I wouldn't. It's kind of a first date. Like we had hung out before, but this was like an official date. I would say. Um. So we went to the movie theater and we were watching. I think it was a movie about aliens.
A movie about aliens.
I don't remember what it was. Like these aliens came down, and they were like trying to communicate with one that was like behind a glass wall.
Oh, shoot! I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Oh, what the fuck is it called? I think it's called like language.
No.
It's definitely not it, but it's about language. Anyway, keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But anyways, during that movie, there was parts where me and her got kind of bored, so we got on our phones for a little bit and we like talking and laughing, and we like didn't have we weren't like there was no audio coming from our phones and our phones weren't too bright, but this old ass dude that was sitting next to us like stood up and like came over to, he was a couple seats away, so stood up and walked over to us, and he tells us, he goes, if you guys keep getting on your phones like that and interrupting my movie, then I'm gonna throw your phones in the ground and stomp them till they break.
Oh my god! What?
It was.
What kind of psychopath says that to teenagers, bruh?
It was terrifying. I was like, oh my god.
You were
So
like,
kind
all right, you boomer.
You should have took a picture of it with the flash on.
You both should have flashed it.
what? Okay, restate what you just
Okay,
said.
you both should have flashed him with the phone camera, not like pulled down your pants and showed him your penis. No.
Why everyone
Hey,
knows
hey.
what flashing is. You didn't need to describe it.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I wanted to describe it for maybe our younger viewers. That's also not good.
We don't even have any viewers.
Bro, we have 10 viewers actually. You know that, right?
10 viewers?
10 viewers. Happy 2 subscribers, am I right, boys?
We have 2 subscribers.
We have 2 subscribers.
Are they
It's me and you, Kyland.
It's me and Logan.
I'm not even subscribed to our podcast.
We're not even subscribed to the podcast. That's nice. Anyway, point is, so did you have any other interactions with that dude, or was that the only time that he said that?
That was the only time he said anything, and we were terrified because we were both like 14. So we were just like, you know what? We're not gonna fuck with this guy.
we ain't here to get our asses beat by a 65-year-old man.
Yeah, that was wow.
Okay, let me think of an awkward one. I can think of the worst first date I've ever been on, if that's something that you want to hear.
Why was it bad?
Okay, it was bad because she brought 5 of her friends with her. I think I told you about this the day it happened. So I was going on a date with a girl. She was a musician, and we were getting along really well actually through text.
Hold on, why is that important to the story?
Because it's important for this reason. I'll tell you why.
It's why he liked her.
I was interested in her because she was interesting over text, right?
Right.
And this is why I hate finding out that people are uninterested in person. So I go to a coffee shop to meet her. Yeah, well, the personality of a wet toaster, whatever the fuck.
No. People say there's a dry texture, right? So it has to be a wet texture.
Oh, whatever, dude.
God damn.
I go to a coffee shop to meet her, right? And I see that there's another person there, and I'm like, oh, who's this? And she goes, oh, I brought a friend along because I don't want to be murdered or something. And I was like, oh wow, okay, the trust level is already that low. Okay. So I was like, okay, fine, that's chill or whatever. And we started talking a little bit, and she was just so boring. Like, I've never met someone that boring in my life. She didn't talk about anything interesting. All she would kept saying is, oh man, this place is nice. And I was like, it's not even that nice. It's like a tough little place. But I was trying to get more information out of her. through asking her questions. Shut up. And then another dude pulled up a chair right next to me, and I go, hello, who are you? And she goes, oh, he goes, oh, I'm her other friend. And I'm like, oh, is
She
there
invited,
any
she
more?
invited another boy.
No, he was gay. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So I was
So
like,
you slapped him a few times, right?
yeah. What? No. I was like, okay, is there any other people who are coming to our date? I made it very clear that it was, like a one-on-one date thing. She goes, oh yeah, I'm so sorry about this. It's, they just wanted to come and see you. And I was like, all right, whatever.
Not how dates work.
I know it's not how dates work. I've been on them. And so for the three of us, we're talking, right? And two more people showed up. So at our table, there was 5 people at our table. And I was like, oh my god, how many more people are showing up? And then this other girl came on and pulled another chair next to us. I had more interaction with her friends than I did with anything with her, right? So about an hour goes by, and I've barely talked to her. Because I can't get her to, like, answer my question because she keeps talking to her friends. So I was like, okay, what if you and me, like, start driving around, and I could, we could talk one-on-one. She goes, oh, that's a great idea. So I drive her around, and it is it is like talking to a bland piece of white toast. It was so bad. I remember asking her, I was like, oh, okay, like, I know that you sing and stuff, like, how'd you get onto that? And she goes, oh, just born with it. And I was like, oh.
Yep, just born with it.
I was like, okay, well, how did you, like, find your voice and find the music you like? And she goes, oh, just over time. And I was like, this has been an awful day. So I was like, okay, well, I have to get home. She's like, yeah, well, I mean, like, it was fun, wasn't it? And I go, yeah. And I never saw her again after that day.
You have the personality of a wet rock.
Yeah, a wet rock. Next time I find someone like that, I'm gonna be like, you have a personality of a wet toaster.
A wet toaster.
A wet toaster.
That literally means she's dead because that's how toasters work.
Whatever. Maybe I'm talking to a corpse. I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway, that's my worst first date I've ever been on. Not the most awkward first date I've ever been on. The most awkward one was when I went on a first date with a girl who dressed like a stripper.
Oh, I think you told me this one.
I think I did, but do you want me to tell it for here?
I feel like they can get the gist by just saying that she dressed like.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, she dressed like a stripper, and she also had gonorrhea.
Oh, even better.
I was like, nope. I'm done. I'm out of here, boys. So there was the worst and most awkward first date I've ever been on. Other than that, it was like I've just been on good and okay first dates.
Wow, that is unfortunate. I would say my worst first date had to have been in 7th grade. Okay.
Okay.
So I wouldn't even really consider it a date, but I went on a date with this girl, and it was going good. And she got a text from one of her friends, and this actually happened. I'm not like, it's like, oh my god, I can't even. The text read that the guy she was talking to, like her friend, said that I had a chode. And she immediately said, all right, I'm leaving.
What?
This girl left your date because she was told by one of her friends you had a chode.
She left really soon after.
Why? Why? Did you ever find out why he said that?
Well, he didn't like me.
I'd say he just makes up stuff because he doesn't like you.
Yeah, that's just how it goes in middle school, bro.
People, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, you know what I'm saying?
Dog-eat-dog?
Shut up! I can't say things correctly.
A dog.
Dog-eat-dog world. Dog-eat-dog world.
I like eating dogs.
Okay. Logan has the best contributions to the podcast.
of just random nonsense.
If we ever get big, it's just gonna be compilations of things Logan say.
I love eating dogs.
I'd
Okay.
say I love eating dogs. It's just it's kind of a treat.
I've actually eaten dog before.
Me too.
Okay.
What?
You've actually eaten dog, because I can definitely say 100% that I've eaten dog.
I can too. That's why I said
I
that.
want to hear your story first, because mine's more realistic than probably what you're about to spew out of your mouth.
You sure?
Yeah, go. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure.
Sure. All right. So this one time, I was at my friend's house, right?
Uh-huh.
And he has this dog. Right? There you go. That's basically
You ate your friend's dog.
live.
Okay.
Literally no way. I don't believe you, dog.
Wait, me
I
or Logan?
You.
Okay, so I was down in Haiti. Do you know what Haiti is?
No, I don't know what Haiti is.
Okay,
Tom.
you would be surprised how many retarded people. Whatever. That's about the American education system, but a lot of people don't know what Haiti is. So I went down to Haiti for a mission trip because I'm a religious person and I do religious things sometimes for the sake of Jesus Christ, my Savior.
Wow, that was wow.
Yeah. Says the guy who goes on dates with musicians.
Wait, what? Okay. Anyway, we're getting way off topic. So I was down there, and for dinner one night, they were like, "Oh, we ran out of goat because." So my daily diet was consisted of for the past 5 days in Haiti. It was goat, rice, beans, plantains, and like the sauce. I can't even describe to you. It was like a red sauce.
Marinara.
Nope, it was not marinade.
Ketchup. It was definitely ketchup.
It wasn't ketchup either.
I guarantee you it was
So
ketchup.
they go, we have something more exotic, and I was like, exotic? And I look at my mom, I was like, what are they talking about? And she goes, I don't know, let me ask. And she leans over and she goes, what are we eating tonight? And the woman goes, I think it's dog. And I'm like, I'm eating dog? My mom goes, you can't say that here because they'll get offended. And I was like, I'm eating dog?
How did it taste?
So I took a bite. So they placed it out there. It smelled good, and I was hungry. So I was like, okay, let me try it. It tasted like chicken.
Oh man, probably because it
Dog
was.
tasted pretty good. I ate 3 legs of dog.
Me too.
So I mean, I can definitely say, dog tastes pretty good. Not that I would eat it again. That or chicken, but you know.
Guys, if you're a vegan, follow us on YouTube. Follow. Give us a like.
Shut up.
Follow me on
TikTok. Vegans out there.
Can we get a shout out to the vegans, my vegan brothers and sisters?
Shout out to the carnivores out there, my homies.
My homies.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. I actually have more topics if you guys want to talk about them.
Of course.
Okay. So Modern Warfare came out, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. How do you guys feel about the Call of Duty franchise up until now?
It's after Black Ops 2 it went downhill. That's a fact.
Really? Black Ops 2 is where you draw the line.
It went back up a little bit at Black Ops 3, but then it went back down.
Black Ops, no!
Yes, but okay, if you played zombies a lot like I did, Black Ops 3, you like Black Ops 3 a lot.
Well,
I dropped an IW.
Black Ops 3 was the best zombies period.
I dropped around Black Ops. Wait, was it Black Ops? I think it was Black Ops or World at War. One of the two.
It's pretty early.
Yeah, because I didn't think I was when I was little when World at War came out and I liked that game, and I remember when Black Ops came out and I was like, oh, this is one of the best games I've ever played. And then I remember Black Ops 2 and I looked at it and I was like, whatever. I just didn't really care much.
I never really played Black Ops or Modern Warfare.
You never played Modern Warfare?
Well, I did, just not that much really.
Oh, okay.
Barely.
But how do you feel about them trying to relaunch the realistic aspect of Call of Duty now? Because they went to space.
I've heard it's pretty good.
I've heard it's pretty good too. I have not played it though, because so my.
I'm not paying $60.
You're not paying $60. Why wouldn't you pay $60 for that game?
I just don't.
All right. Well, what about you, Zach? What do you feel about that?
I have a very unpopular opinion. I like the fast-pacedness and because I got super into competitive in Black Ops 3 and IW,
Uh-huh.
so that to me is always gonna have like my heart because that just like the way you moved around the map and then like the things that could be done with like jetpacking and things like that. That's always going to be like the most fun to me. But I get they're trying to appeal to like the original fans that they had, which is cool. I mean, I haven't tried the new Modern Warfare yet, but
So you were one of the people who didn't care about the campaign, I'm assuming.
oh no, I
Okay.
the only campaign I played was Black Ops 2.
Wait, you never played Black Ops, the campaign for Black Ops?
Black Ops. Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
Personally, I think the Modern Warfare 2 and 3 had the best campaigns.
Modern Warfare 3.
2.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, 3? No, bro. No, we
3
ain't.
was good.
No, what? Didn't they, like, bomb New York City from, like, the sky, like, from space or something like that?
No, that was Ghost. Ghost had the space.
Okay. I personally dropped off of Call of Duty because Battlefield was giving me everything I wanted. I was like, I wanna roll around in tanks, bruh. And then I was like, bruh, this game has tanks and everything. And then I dropped Battlefield after Battlefield 1. Actually, I've only played Hardline and Battlefield 1.
Hardline was probably my favorite one.
I like the cop aspect of everything. I thought it was cool. And then everyone was like, that's dumb and stupid. So they were like, fine, it's dumb and stupid.
I like Halo a lot.
I didn't really care about that. I just liked the gameplay.
Oh. I liked being a cop. I thought that was cool. And then, oh, speaking of Black Ops, not Black Ops, Battlefield. Did you hear that they dropped their new trailer for their new DLC thing? Or
Really?
I guess story pack or whatever they're calling it nowadays. I don't. They people are saying that if they dropped that trailer first and they gave the game a little bit more time, it would have been one of the best games of last year. I personally don't think that. I personally think that Black Ops, not Black Ops. I keep saying Black Ops, damn it. Battlefield 5 is just not a good game. It's too much like Call of Duty. It really is. I can definitely say that because I played the beta and I played a rental copy of it on an Xbox One. I thought it was okay. Like, it was just meh. And the stories were also very meh. As a history person, seeing a Norwegian mom and daughter take down a whole Nazi facility by themselves in a Nazi base, I was like, no. Because that didn't happen. It happened with a whole group of British people. British soldiers who did that.
British men.
Yeah, okay, we don't have to emphasize that they were men. It just didn't
that-
happen like that.
I'd rather have historical accuracy.
As would I. It was very.
It's a lot more logical to have that.
I didn't like seeing black German soldiers in Europe. It was historical in Africa, which I liked when they were in like the desert and stuff. But but the rest, no, that didn't happen. Yeah, but those are pretty much my thoughts on that whole debacle. Hey guys, sorry about that. My recording messed up, and it cut out the response Zach gave for the previous question.
We were planning on wrapping it up anyway, though.
Pretty much. So, any last thoughts, comments, remarks, boys?
Not really now.
Zach, anything from you?
Nothing.
All right. This has been the Gray Area Podcast. We're getting better and better every day, boys and girls. Better and better every day. Signing out, I'm Kyland.
I'm Logan.
I'm Zach, aka Pass the Teriyaki Sauce.
and we'll be seeing you around. Bye.